Hey, how's it going, everybody? Sarasota Tim. All right, it's going to be dark in here. You're not going to be able to see me pretty soon. I'm on my way home. I just left Fred and Rafaela's house, and I don't know. Fred's he's not getting any way. Don't get me wrong, but he just doesn't know how to listen for his phone right, or he's got it on silent or something. So I have to kind of just text Rafaela, because Rafaela, she's like the rest of us. She's got that thing hooked to her side. She's always got to talk to her son a couple of times a day and every night like clockwork, and her daughter and her girlfriends and all that. So she's a phone person. And Fred, he is too, but nothing like her. So I reached out to him in the last couple of days, and I didn't want to bug because I just wasn't sure if he was busy or whatever. But I finally reached out to her. She had that root canal. I wanted to see how she was doing. And I said, I reached out to Fred 2 days in a row, and I don't know if he's got his phone off or what. So she immediately told him. And of course, he called me right back, and he goes, oh, I didn't know, blah, blah, blah. Come on over for coffee. And, you know, they're always so inviting. And I'm like, yeah, I'll come over. I'm on my way. I was at that McDonald's making that video about the Tijuana, and I was going to come over this way, which is where they live, in the shopping district, Lakewood Ranch. And so I'm just leaving. And we had dinner. She made some kind of steak that her girlfriend gave her because they sold their condo, and when they were moving out, they had all this food that they just didn't take or want to take. And so she'd put it up. She had it frozen, and she took it out today. And ironically, I called, and now I've got some steak on the plate. It was good. So she made that up, and she cut up an avocado. I had some avocado tonight because I bought 2 myself. And, oh, you got to look at this. There you go. Read it and weep, baby. That's your West Coast. That's the Gulf of America straight ahead. About 9 miles. And there's your beautiful sunset. We get them just like out west in California on the beach here. Isn't that gorgeous? And we'll just leave that like that because it's getting too dark in the cab to see me. So, this is that Diamond Interchange we're going through on University Parkway. So anyway, she made the steak, and I had some avocado, and she had some mixed vegetables for Fred. And Fred is promoting that I eat these, I don't know, I call it watergrass. It was something like that. And red cabbage and a few other things. He was looking at YouTube, and it was all these things that seniors should eat to extend your life. And you know what's funny about YouTube? I don't know if you've noticed it, but I noticed it on a lot of those sermons I've been listening to, the Billy Graham. They're all AI. There's a lot of YouTube videos now that are being pushed by YouTube. They don't get very many views because they're coming out left and right. All these different channels. It's not even the same channel. I subscribed to a couple of them, you know, because I like the message. But it's always got a closed caption, and it's always a similar voice. You know it's AI. And it's like no preacher could ever just rapid fire the scriptures and all the promises of God and all these things that we've heard, you know, without taking a breath. Only AI can do that. And some of these videos are very long. So anyway, Fred's watching a video, nothing to do with spirituality, about foods. And I said, look, it's got the same closed caption. That voice sounds similar. I said, these are AI videos you're watching. And it's just kind of, you know, capturing everything that AI can find that's on the web, that's known to mankind about anything. Doesn't make it true, but it's good, you know, I don't know, content that people like to listen to. And they've got all these commercials they like to add in. And that's, of course, where Google makes money, because they want people to watch YouTube, and they want them to see YouTube videos that keep them interested long enough that they can put those commercials in and make money for those commercials and make money for them, because those commercials are paying Google to put their ads on there. I hope that I didn't lose you on that. But anyway, it's all about advertising. But you see more and more and more of these AI YouTube videos now. Look for closed caption with multicolored letters, not the small regular closed caption. Listen for that similar voice, and you can just tell it's AI. I don't dig it. I think that, like what I do and others do that's more original and natural is what I like. I don't go for that AI stuff. But anyway, I don't know why we're talking about it. Isn't that a beautiful sunset, huh? So anyway, I want to really thank Raphael for feeding me tonight, and Fred. He's one sharp cookie, man. He's a very, they're both. They love me to death, and I love them to death. They're happy for me. They're concerned about me. They want the best for me. They, without going into too much, so I listen to him, and he's got some suggestions and things like that. So we'll see what happens. In the meantime, we watched the video together of the Tijuana. I don't normally watch my own videos, but he goes, put it on, let's see. I'm like, well, you can watch it later. Did you want to see what's going on Fox News about Trump? Which I don't even know. Does anybody know? Did he get the ceasefire with Putin? Did the meeting go good? What's going on? He was supposed to know in 2 minutes. Last I heard, they were still talking after 2.5 hours. So I guess they're working towards something. So we'll all find out about it. We all would like to see that end. A lot of young people, wasted lives, have been just absolutely wasted in that senseless war. I heard somebody today say that, it isn't about a land grab. It's something about, one person speculated that Putin is really afraid for his life, that him and his criminal friends, because he's a dictator, that have basically owned Russia. They take anything they want. He's actually the richest man on the planet because he owns the country. That he's worried that there would be a coup or a takeover, they'd oust him, if he didn't keep this war going, and that he could care less about what there is in the ground or a few more, miles of border or something. And it's stupid enough to sound logical, because I'm sure after all these years with no term limits, that maybe people are like, hey, you got our son and daughter killed. We don't like you anymore, this stupid war. And so they want him gone, maybe. So that's why this one person I was listening to said he doesn't want that war to end. So that's why I was wondering why they're still talking. If he didn't agree to a ceasefire, Trump was supposed to walk out, right? Fly back home. But you can't believe a damn thing they say or anybody says today, because it's never what they're talking about. It's always about the money, the power, and the means to an end. They could care less about people and rights and Constitution and all that. I won't get on politics, but I will say this last thing. They're saying that this Mondani, is that his name, that's running in New York for mayor, that he is, Obama 2.0, that they really wanted Obama to run like he is, like, African-born, communist, What else? What is he? I'm talking about Mandani. He's African-born, Muslim, and communist. And, you know, he's already had conversations with Obama. Who knows? George Soros and all these other people behind the deal. There's always somebody behind something that are propping these people up. They're all puppets. It's so confusing that if you knew the truth and you heard the truth, you wouldn't even believe it because it's too simple. It's too conspiratory, you know, or something like that. And so they got us all mixed up now that, you know, you wouldn't know the truth if you heard it. Look at that scooter, man. You better get going. They're going to run over you. He jumped out there in the fast lane. Thing only does 40. Well, this is getting a little long and getting dark out there. I'll end this video. Just wanted to check in with you guys. I'll save the story because I got to get home and shower and clean up. I'm all hopped up on Maxwell House now. Had that zing at McDonald's. I'll probably have to take something to go to sleep. And I want to crush it tomorrow with the exercise. I went to the beach today and I didn't get any running or jogging or walking or lifting or anything in at all today. I got some sunburn though. And it was a good day though. I had a lot of fun. Put the scooter away, loaded up the beach stuff, went snorkeling, got some seashells, put them back on the ground when I left. And, you know, it got to be hot. I just blew out of there. Came home, I took the garden hose and rinsed myself off in the sand on my feet. I didn't want to get in my shower and have that go down the drain of the RV. So I rinsed my sand real good. Then I went in and showered, and the rest is history. I went over to Fred and Rafaela's. So it was a pretty good day. And then this is a nice way to bring it to an end. I was supposed to turn right there. I guess I'm going to go on down to 41 Tamiami Trail and make a right and head down to Bradenton. We're on University Parkway still. Going to go past the SRQ Sarasota Airport. All right, folks. Well, thanks very much for all your comments. I haven't read them yet on the Tijuana Lincoln trip across the border. I'll read those when I get home, and hopefully they'll be not too harsh on me or think I was such a bad boy. I mean, I was a bad boy, but you know, they took me back in, and I think I got a few more subscribers. It looks like on the numbers there. Please consider subscribing to my channel. Like I said the other day, I do work pretty hard at it. I'm really wanting to get to the 100,000. It should have been there a year ago. There's some kind of strange thing. I don't know whether they're trying to promote other YouTube channels or this AI thing or what the deal is, but there's no reason. And so many YouTubers are complaining about the same thing, where the subscriber number just stays stuck. You know, it goes up 10 or 20, then back down 10 or 20. It's really weird. But I think we'll win out in the end with your help. Keep in mind, I do have links in the description if you'd like to help support the channel with the Buy Me a Coffee. I'd like to buy me a coffee. And the Amazon link, if you'd be so kind to consider using that when you shop on Amazon. I do get a commission from Amazon without costing you a penny, just because you use my link as an Amazon affiliate. And everything helps to support the channel, to buy gas for this pig, to take trips, to buy coffee and sandwiches and stuff for people behind me in Target, and also to buy some more Vomero Nike shoes at Dick's. Crush it!